Welcome to OTD, also known as On the Deck, where you can get all the sports you need in 10 minutes. My name is Adam Arduna. This is my mom, Gina.
He is a journalist?
She's the enthusiast.
Oh, she is an enthusiast because it's my favorite topic, which is football.
All right.
And not just any football. Honey, we are talking about the Super Bowl.
Super Bowl 51, and we are really excited and enthusiastic because this is the best game of all time, okay? The Super Bowl is the best football game that it just tops it all. It's the #1 football game. And so, therefore, it doesn't matter who's playing in it. Everyone's invested. Everyone's involved.
Speaking of that, we need to address this. We know the Chiefs are not in the Super Bowl.
Right.
We get that.
We got our Chiefs red on because we felt like we should have been in the Super Bowl this year.
That's right.
But we're still being festive because it's an NFL team,
That's
and we
right.
want to celebrate the NFL because
they
it
had
is
a great
holiday.
season.
And the Chiefs did have a great season, and they'll be back next year.
Yes.
The draft will be coming up. They're going to get some good guys. They're going to train even harder in the offseason. We believe in Andy Reid.
We
and
believe
the
in
Hunt
Andy
family,
Reid. Yes.
And they're going to be just fine. And so let's go ahead and go straight to our picks right now.
Ooh, I like how you run your show,
our
Adam.
game. Or the game. I say our game because we love
that game.
It's our game, all right? So, okay. Do you want me to go first? Or do you want to go first?
You know I don't know who I pick. I keep going back and
All right,
forth.
well, I'm going to go first.
Okay, you
I
go
know
first.
who I'm picking. I'm going the Atlanta Falcons 100%.
Okay, don't say why yet.
Okay.
Okay, because if you say why, it'll change my mind.
Okay, well, then you pick.
New England Patriots.
Okay.
I had to just say it like that.
All right.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe But you know what? It's that kind of year. I was rooting for the Cowboys. Not really the Cowboys, but Dak and Zeke all year.
Right.
I'm picking the New England
The New England Patriots.
I can't get it out.
Yeah,
that's why it doesn't feel right.
You get tongue-tied because it
doesn't feel
not
right.
the team that you want to root for or choose, but you're going Patriots, I'm going Falcons. Okay.
All right.
So let's talk about some of the keys to the game for both sides of the football. Let's just put this out there. You got two, I would say, well, one is already a for sure Hall of Famer, and then if Matt Ryan can pull this one off, I think he will go down in the Hall of Fame later on. If he has another couple good years,
well, he's an HOF quarterback.
He's one of those guys that can do it. So you got two really good quarterbacks going at it. Two really formidable defenses going at it as well. And it's really about just who the X-Factor playmaker is going to be. And I think the Falcons have a little bit more in the tank as far as weapons, but as long as Tom Brady's the quarterback, he's going to make anything happen. And whoever is on the roster, he's going to make it happen for them.
So what are your actual keys for Atlanta to pull it out?
Yes, I think what's going to get Atlanta to win the Super Bowl is going to be the defense. I think the defense has to put pressure on Tom Brady, and they have to bottle up somehow, some way, bottle him up. If they put pressure on him, make him feel uncomfortable, that will make those passes a lot harder for him to just dink and dunk to Edelman or throw it deep to Hogan streaking down the field. If they don't lose sight of Edelman and Hogan, then it really cuts down on everybody else. Now, they do have a run game with Garrett Blount, James White. They've got guys that can make plays out of the backfield. They've got a good running game right now, actually. But I think if they just really put the pressure on Tom Brady, which the Falcons have that type of defense where they can do that, I think that's really going to be the keys to the game. I think the offense is going to do what they do. They got a great run game. Matt Ryan, we just talked about, and we all know about Julio Jones. They got Sanu, Gabriel. They've got a lot of weapons, but the defense has to really put pressure on Tom Brady.
Well, that's excellent. I'm glad I did pick after you. But here's what I'm going to say. Of course, you have Edelman. You also have Amendola. You also have LeGarrette Blount. You also have White. You, of course, have Tom Brady.
Yes.
I want to say this. I didn't make my pick because of any of those reasons. I made my pick really just last second because I'm on the fence. I think it could be a great game.
Yep.
But for the same reason you just said the key to the game for the Falcons, it's the defense.
Right.
Defensively, nobody fears the Patriots defense.
Right.
Nobody. And you shouldn't. They're not what I would say one of the top 4 or 5 or elite defenses. They don't have standout. Well, here's what I'm saying, and this isn't an original thought.
Yeah.
but there aren't the standouts like when you had the Legion of Boom, and you have to figure out where's Sherman going to be.
Some guys, but they're not.
Right.
Yeah, sure.
That's what I'm saying. There's not those people that come out where, you know, Cam Chancellor, where you have to scheme around them. But what they are is solid, and what they will be is prepared. The one thing you have to say for New England, whether you like them or not, and I don't particularly like them, is they will be prepared.
Yeah.
And the fact that they don't have one guy you have to scheme for means that you have to scheme for everybody.
Sure.
You know, they will switch in and out of coverage. They will.
Yeah.
They will give you man. They'll go to cover 2. They will.
Yeah.
You know, they'll press you. They do a good job of disguising blitzes. That's something they do well. And I just feel like defenses win championships. I know it's a cliche, but right now you have 2 really great quarterbacks. You could give the edge to Tom Brady because he's been there, done that. He's got 4 rings.
Sure.
One of them he doesn't deserve, but whatever. But the point of the matter is defenses are what's going to have to happen because the Falcons are going to have to answer for LeGarrette Blount.
Yes.
And let's say you go in, you sell out, you stop the run. You got Tom Brady who's going to be hitting Edelman on the slot.
Yes.
He's going to be hitting Amendola who's going to sneak behind coverage. There's just too much to pick apart. So for me, again, I think the key is not going to be all the all-stars on the offense. It's going to be the defense. And that's part of the reason I'm leaning, because they're going to stop you, and then Tom Brady's going to score.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to happen.
The offenses, to me, they're high-powered on both sides. Like you said,
absolutely.
Deion Lewis is another running back for the Patriots that'll line up in the slot, and he'll, you know, be shifty inside. Yeah, James White as well, and LeGarrette Blount. I mean, I think both backfields for both teams are
absolutely
comparable.
And you know, my boy is Julio Jones. Trust me, it's breaking my heart to be picking against the Falcons right now.
Devontae Freeman is no slouch.
No slouch either.
He's one of those backs that he can get it done on all phases as well.
Runs downhill the whole time.
And they're going to be ready to go. I'm excited for this game. I do think it's going to be one of the better Super Bowls, to be quite honest.
I hope so.
You know, the way that the Super Bowl ended 2 years ago, if you're a Patriots fan, you're happy because it ended in an interception, and so that sealed the game for you. But if you're a Seahawks fan, or like a lot of the people in the country were like, how are you not running the football on
Marshawn Lynch?
It blows my mind even still. So I felt like the game ended kind of on a weird note, and then last year was just a blowout.
Oh, it was so bad.
The Panthers had
no answer.
They had nothing going on. And then when you think about a couple years ago when Peyton first got the Broncos to the Super Bawl and they played the Seahawks.
Yep.
It was a blowout.
Right.
So I'm really looking forward to a really solid football game this time, and I think we're going to get that in this game on Sunday. So,
well, you know what else though? I don't know how much time we have left.
We still got a little time. Yeah.
Well, the other thing that I do love about the Super Bowl is even people who don't like football are watching the Super Bowl. It's become a national holiday.
Yes.
Because I know people personally who have no interest, no knowledge of football, who are hosting fabulous football parties, Super Bowl parties.
I know a couple girls that are only there for the chips and drink and for the guys that are there.
The guys are there, but also I know people who are doing it to have a thing about, you have a contest for the best commercial.
Oh, yes.
And let's be clear, Lady Gaga is performing at halftime.
Speaking of, how do you think that's going to be a good performance by Lady Gaga?
No.
I'm not a huge Lady Gaga fan, so I was kind of like, whatever. She's a performer, but I don't know about that. I'm not sure how I feel about Lady Gaga.
I'm glad you asked my opinion. No, I don't. I don't think it's a good match for football, but it's a smart match.
Sure.
Because people who don't like football are coming. They're going to do the thing on the commercials, and they're going to just tune in for the halftime show.
And to your point, there are people that have contests for the best chili and dip and side dishes and things like who's got the best chocolate bars and desserts. I mean, the Super Bowl really is an entire
national holiday.
Crime rate goes down on this day. People take off work if you have to work on Sunday.
Yeah, the high-calling rate.
I mean, so it is a big day. It's really a day that the country kind of gets to heal and be one. And that's to the testament of how great the NFL is and in football in general.
And you know what's nice is that there are only 2 cities right now being represented. Right. You got Boston and you got Atlanta.
Yes.
And yet the whole country is going to pick a team and root for them.
Right. And
America
really
wins,
awesome.
folks.
America wins, and that's really what we need. We need America winning in the right ways. And so this is going to be a great Super Bowl.
So
Matty Ice. I'm going Matty Ice and ATL, the Dirty Bird. Let's go.
I'm going to make myself sick. I picked Tom Brady.
Tom Brady.
I don't like it, but I did it.
He's a champion, and he is a legend. And so Bill Belichick's going to have them ready for this game, and I know Dan Quinn's going to have the Falcons ready for this game. It's going to be a great game.
It is going to be a good game, and
I'm excited.
I am excited for it. I am too. We're not going to bet anything on it, but
well, yeah, no, let's just not do that.
We're not going to do that.
We want to say, just continue to follow us on all of our social media. Like our Facebook page, subscribe to our YouTube channel, continue to follow us on Twitter. We just want to say we appreciate your time, and
hey,
we're excited for the Super Bowl. Yes, Super Bowl 51.
There it is.
We'll see you next time, folks.